I think I am live, but I can't find us. But I will. There we are. Seems so dark in here today. Kind of weird. All right, the link has been given out. Let's get over to our page. So today is September 24th, and our prompt is home is wherever you are. I kind of like that prompt. And here's the link for the video. Hey, Catherine and Lynn and Renata and Cynthia and Lita, welcome. Good morning. Let's find us here. And Cindy and Jamie. A lot of you guys on YouTube. And I was so worried this morning because it wasn't allowing me to go and share this the way I normally do, which would mean that it wouldn't have been on YouTube. And I was not happy about that. Oh, Kathy's on YouTube and Facebook. Hi, Pamela and Valerie. Okay, is it 8 o'clock? Do you know where your children are? Hey, I keep forgetting about this fun little clapboard that I have to start the morning. And go. Okay, cracking myself up this morning. Welcome, Susie and Shari and Ellen. Hello. Okay, so it's shameless plug time. So, hi, I'm Lindsay, and this is my website, creatorofcuteness.com. This is where you can find everything. You can find classes and collage elements, which are those downloadable sheets. You can find classes, collage elements, burnishing tools, watercolors, background pages, which there's a new background page up, which is cool. Yeah, that's where you can find lots of fun stuff. So bookmark this page, creatorofcuteness.com. Then I am shamelessly plugging our journal play day, which is our next class coming up. We do it every single solitary month. Love it. It's the 15th quarter, which means 15 times 3. Let's see. Is that about 60 classes? Crazy. It's crazy that there have been that many, but apparently, right? Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. October 5th, November 2nd, and December 7th are when those classes will take place. We make a cute new journal each month to play in. I figured out what we're doing for October, and that makes me happy. You get some new Lindsay art play pages each month, and you learn a new journaling tip or trick or technique or something. It's $25, which makes it $8.33 a month. This is what you're getting for October. You're getting this background page, you're getting this background page, and you're getting this background page. Then you're getting this countdown page, which also comes with, so it has 1 through 31 little pluggy things. And then you also get these, why can't I think? Journaling blocks. So you can write inside of these. And then you're going to get the rest of the 1 through 31. And you're going to get these cute little Halloween girls, which have extra bat wings. So if you want to make them into bats, you can. And then I started working on November because I spent a lot of time in a hotel room this weekend. So this is coming for November. It's going to have some not Halloween related pumpkins and leaves. And then I did this background page for November. Isn't it cool? I wish you could see it in person, but it is very metallic. I have a feeling that the metallic will not show as well as it should when it's printed, but you could always go back and add in your own metallics. So that is for fall, or for November, which is fall. And then there is this one for fall, another sunflower journaling block. You're going to get all these little bits that you could either use full like this or cut apart. You're going to get this fall tree, and I haven't colored it in yet, obviously. And then pretty pumpkins for fall. And we are doing something different this journal play day for November. I have added another person's artwork to the page, which you have an opportunity if you want to purchase her artwork and use it in conjunction with these. I tried to make these so that they kind of coordinated with her artwork. I wish I could remember the name of her store, but her name is Wendy, and her artwork is really cool. It's digital, like AI created really cool fall girls and borders and frames. So that is what's happening for November, although I haven't finished, obviously. I have plenty of time. October, and I have no clue for December, so don't ask. But that is Journal Play Day, and you can sign up for it on the website at creativecuteness.com. Next is the Creative Book Club, which I have picked our book because guess what? I have two of them, and one of them will be a giveaway. I can't remember when I'm giving it away, but I better make a note of that. It's coming up soon. Oh, thank you, Carmen, for posting the link for the gal, Wendy. Give one book away. I can't remember when that was, but we're using Danielle Donaldson's book. The way the book club works here is you don't ever have to purchase the book. I have already purchased it for all of us, and then we go through it. Oh, we go through it and we do something from the book. I hope this isn't the one we did already. I don't think it is. I think we did her other one. This one looks a lot of fun. So we review the book, we find projects out of the book, we learn a technique out of the book, we have fun with the book that we choose. So it's Creative Book Club, the fourth session. We've already done September's. So we have October, November, and December. And when you sign up for it, you get all four of those for $7.50 a month. And I already told you we review a new book each month. There's no need to purchase the book unless you really love it. And so far, all but one book has been a love book. There's no need to buy the book. I will buy it for us. We will review it together and then decide. It's $30 for the 4 meetings, which is $7.50 per session. And then we always choose a book like this. It's never a fictional book like Moby Dick, which could be kind of fun sometime. Maybe we should choose a fictional book. I don't know. Anyway, you sign up for it here at creatorofcuteness.com. It's already had a paper clip. I'm tired. Okay, so that is book club. All right, for those of you people that like to shop, this is the shopping session. Carmen gave me this book for my birthday. You should write this down immediately because when I share this with you, you may have to go rob a bank and buy this book. I can't even imagine what it costs. It's a sketchbook by Beechmore Books. It comes in this beautiful box. I don't think it's leather. I don't know, maybe it is. It looks like leather. It is vegan leather. It has 160 GSM high quality cream paper, 180-degree flat lying binding, 160 pages, which is 80 sheets of paper, a subtle bookmark ribbon, a deep back pocket, and a secure elastic closure. Where's the secure closure? So this closure goes like this. All right, ready? I don't know because I haven't written in it yet, but let's just flip to the center. It lays flat. I mean, come on. It also is perforated here. So if you wanted to pull the pages out, you could easily pull them out. And then it has a really cool pocket in the back here that's got like a gusset. And the gusset's out of fabric. I mean, this is such a cool journal. I want to finish my other journal first before I start on this. Here's their bookmark, or here's their beachmorebooks.com, or on Instagram, beachmorebooks, right? I'm finishing my other journal first before I start on this one, but I am coveting the moment that I get to begin in this journal. So I wanted to share that. Oh, it came wrapped in beautiful tissue. I don't need to take that off. Okay, so there's that. For those of you guys who are in Ornamentally Yours, my Christmas and spring free classes, I have gone sequin bananas. I don't know how else to put it. Crazy. I've gone crazy for sequins. So I'm going to be doing a project with sequins for our ornament for Christmas in Ornamentally Yours. So I bought these little organizers, which I've used before for my brads. I bought them at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and I just want to show you how cool they are. I'm a little nervous to open this because I don't think they're all going to fit in this container, but I'll never use this many. So I'm going to, oh yeah, well that was, see, I told you I was nervous. Oh well, now we have a large mess on our hands. Come on. You, first of all, close. So they close really well, and they spill really nicely as well. Anyway, I'm not using your grandma's average sequins. I've bought some super cool sequins to use in Ornamental Yours. This is just going to end badly, so hang on. So if you are, these are from Hobby Lobby. If you don't shop at Hobby Lobby, Etsy has some really good ones. I am buying flowers. This is just going to keep ending badly. This is a bad packaging. Hold on. All right. Well, I'll put these ones in later. So I've been buying flowers. Dieta said, I started felt applique in January and have started to build my sequin and bead stash. Plus, I have my Aunt Etta's vintage sequin stash. Well, I also bought these because what I have been seeing is these girls that stack really high, these beads and sequins. So I bought some new beads and I got my sequins. And then I've got these little boxes, which apparently I may have to sort these by color. Not sure. But anyway, if you've never bought these, I highly recommend them from the dollar store. Okay. Next, for those of you guys that are in Journal Play Day, I got these at Hobby Lobby, but you can buy them wherever. I'm not as excited about these as I could have, but for our November Journal Play Day, you may want to pick up a pack of these fall leaves, which you can get at 50% off right now at Hobby Lobby. Right? Last but not least, for those of you guys who are playing in October in our box, Carmen and I have shared a link for the boxes that I bought for each of us. They're super cool because they have a very heavy duty magnet and they are lined with felt. And I wish I could remember who it was, Debbie something, one of the gals in this group created a template for making your own box. So you could make a box, but you could also get a cornflakes box or a cereal box. Yes, in fact, I did take these from the hotel that we stayed at, and I just cut the top off of this. So then your card will just sit in this. It won't have a top or anything, but you could use this and stack your cards in here and cover this with um, paper or paint or whatever you want to do. So pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. So if you want this box, there is a featured post that has the link for this box in it. Or you could do a cereal box like this, you know, the snack pack boxes. Or you could find, I should pin Debbie's post to the featured section if I can. I don't know if I can. But anyway, that's coming for October. I received Carmen's prompts for October and they are good. So we're going to have fun for October. All right. We are here now. Okay. We're not there. Home is wherever you are. That's where we are. Oh, it actually says home is where you are. I'm going with home. I come home. Home is wherever you are. Home. Oh, home. Home is wherever I are. Where you are. That's Edward Sharp and the Somebodies. That song. Okay, so we are way back. Here's what we did yesterday. We did pumpkin kisses and harvest wishes. So now we are here. And guess what? Here's the exciting part. Look at, there's only a few pages left. Aren't you glad that we taped all these pages together? And we are going to finish this book. The excitement is overwhelming. I hope I have enough. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4 has to be a single page, but that's okay. So we have sweater weather, apple cider and cinnamon spice, autumn leaves and pumpkins, please, and crunchy leaves and crispy air. All right. So I'm not feeling it today. And you know what happens when I'm not feeling it? We just kind of play. So I have this cool autumn collection paper pad from Daisy D's. Don't go looking for this because Daisy D's has been out of business for like 15 years. But I want to pick some type of a background. Oh, look at that one. That is definitely Halloweeny. I kind of like that one. Oh, maybe the pink. No, not the blue. Each page is different. Oh, I kind of like the brown and the blue. No, we're going with this yellow one. We're going to glue it here. Hi, Karen Chambers. So I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really want to draw a house today. I don't know. I just kind of want to play. But we're going with fall colors because it's fall season. Even though it's 100 degrees outside today, it's still fall. And we're going to do this backwards today. We're going to do our writing first. Oops, that is way too big. Still a little big. Better. Still a little big. And I think we're going to doodle. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We're going to doodly do it. So here's an interesting thing. Wait, honey, are you in here? I heard him, but I don't think he's here. I don't want him mad at me. So we're going to put the lettering on this side and we're going to doodle like this way. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I think this quote is really about being happy wherever you are. So I don't really want to do a house. And I really like that lettering that we did yesterday. So here's an interesting thing that happened this weekend. I don't think my husband pays attention to things that go on in my world. And I've just learned that because I asked him to name my 3 current books that I have out. Do you guys know them by name? He did not. He did not know the names of him. And he said he had a brain fart. And I don't buy it. I just don't think he pays attention. I pay attention. Oh, I know where the conversation started because he was racing with these guys and I knew their first names and their last names. So I asked him if he knew Carmen's last name and he didn't. Joy's last name, Karen's last name, all my girlfriends' last names. He didn't know. He didn't know their last names. So then I said, okay, here's something simpler. I said, what are the names of my 3 current big books? You know, the 3 top ones. And he didn't know. He kept saying the ABCs of creative lettering. And I'm like, that is a book from decades ago. That's not the book that we ship out all the time. And you pull him and you look at him, and I'm sure he's never even looked inside. You know? Oh, I gotta fix this. So anyway, he had no idea. I mean, I'm not mad at him about it. It's his whatever. But I pay attention to his racing scores, his whatever. He just doesn't. It's just something that is. Just a guy thing. Carmen, ask WGB if he knows our last names. And my brother got his biopsy back for his throat cancer, his thyroid cancer. And great news, the cancer that they removed was smaller than the size of a BB. So he's good. He doesn't have to have anything else. He doesn't need to take pills. He's done. It's fabulous. And they gave him a big going away party or retirement party last week. So he's done at work. It's just awesome. Terry says, and that's the difference between men and ribbon. Women, not ribbon. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Anyway, so my brother-in-law is fine. That's awesome. They threw him a retirement party at work. And, whoa, hang on. And he doesn't have to go back to work. He's good to go. He's a done deal. I wonder what the name of this font is, if I could look it up and see how you're really supposed to do it. Shari says, but he does make good big sticks. I got mine yesterday and my name on it. Yay, I'm glad that arrived. Oh no, he's a good guy. It's just funny that he doesn't know these things. I don't think he knows what I do all day long. I know he thinks I watch a lot of TV, and that is true. I do watch a lot of TV. Anyway, yesterday we drove home through the redwoods, and oh my gosh, I've been there before as a kid. We took our kids there as kids. Well, of course they were kids. They were our kids. I just don't remember it being so amazing, majestic. The smell was incredible. It's just fabulous. So we drove through the redwoods, and as we started off, we went from the north through the south of the Avenue of the Giants, is what it's called. And we drove in about half a mile. And I thought it was the beginning of a state park, and it said it was. But then there were people living there, and I tried to take a picture, but it was frightening. There were broken down buses that looked like they were from the 70s. This is way off center. Oh well, what can you do? You can go bigger with your why, is what you can do. Broken down like school buses that had like Grateful Dead drawings on the side of them, and old cars and tents everywhere. People were living in this moist, dewy, moldy, mildewy forest in tents, and it was creepy. And that's what I remember of the redwoods. Just kidding. But that was the beginning of our drive-through, and man, was it weird. And then they were doing some road construction, so I asked the guy at the road construction stop. I think my husband was a shrinking violet at that point because he was not happy with me asking. But I asked him, I said, what the heck is going on with those people living over there in the trees? And he said, oh, that's a city. Just like no big deal. And then we kept driving a little further, not very far, like less than a half a mile into the redwoods. And there was a guy standing by let's say, I don't know the names of my cars, but let's just say it was a big Ford truck, one of those big Ford, four-wheel drive truck things. And he was standing out next to his truck, and I was driving, so I was going rather quickly, I gotta say. He was standing next to his truck with his cell phone in his hand, a gas can on the ground, and he didn't look shady. He looked like a normal human. And as I drove past real quick, he stuck out his finger like this to get a ride. He was hitchhiking because he ran out of gas. And this is the problem with our society. Kids, I was too afraid to stop and give him a ride. And my husband said, no, you can't stop. No. And then I thought, as we drove a little further, I thought, well, there's not even a gas station within 30 miles. And we were having a good time, and we were trying to get home, going through the redwoods. If I had asked him to give me his gas can, I could have gone and got gas for him, but it would have been further than 30 miles away. There was nowhere nearby to get gas. And all day long, I felt really bad that I couldn't stop and get this guy gas. This is like that Art Linkletter show, or who does those show? John Quinones. What would you do? I'm curious. Would anybody have stopped and picked him up? Would anybody have picked up his gas can and drove 30 miles to get him gas? Or just kept driving? The car in front of me passed him up. The car behind me passed him up. Oh, I'm sorry, Lisa. Is that better? Can you see it now? Anyway, yeah, I just kept driving. Oh, I have AAA also, Kathy, but there was no AAA in this area. No way. No chance. This guy was not getting AAA to come out there. I mean, he didn't look like a bad human. He looked like just a nice guy, young, maybe 30s, gas can, baseball cap. Oh no. Yes, he could have been a murderer, Valerie. That's why I did not stop. Because I watch every murder show out there. I am I love my murder shows. And I was not picking him up, but I just felt bad about myself. Carmen said so did Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy wore a baseball cap and looked like a nice guy. And I was in Ted Bundy territory. Yeah. I mean, I hope somebody got him gas. I thought maybe the construction workers would help him out, but they were not having it. Those are pretty colors on there. Jennifer says serial killer vibes. They look normal. Yeah. Yeah, it's sad. When I was growing up in Southern California, we lived in kind of a pocket area of Southern California that was very safe. Um, and I know you guys don't know where this is, but we lived in the Angeles National Forest area, in a pretty affluent area, I will say. And my friends and I would walk down the hill by myself, like 3 miles down to the main part of the city. And then I would hitchhike back home. And it was a main road that went through to the desert. I could have been killed. What was I thinking? I mean, Oh, Kathy says you were close to where Stephen Stainer was kidnapped. Why can't I think Carrie Stainer was his brother? That's probably the weirdest story I've ever watched. I'm not going to talk about true crime, but look up the Carrie Stainer, Stephen Stainer story. Weird. Carmen, go. It's not bad. Carmen, don't let my conversation. Do you want me to go with you? I could go with you and show you around. The whole area was really safe. I mean, there weren't any problems anywhere. And it's beautiful. I walked around this little town called Ferndale while my husband was playing slot cars, which, by the way, did I already say he came in 7th place? He did. 7 out of 20, 22, I think. He was so excited. Um, and I bought some clothes in the store that luckily were 50% off because I would not have been able to buy them otherwise. But there was another store that had clothes that were like 100 to, oh, I really just messed that up. Oh well, we'll fix it somehow. I went way outside of my lines. Carmen, this guy wasn't bad. Don't say you're not going to go because I told you this story. Go. Now I went outside the lines all over this lettering. That worked. Anyway. Oh, the tent people. It was creepy, but I don't think it was bad. The guy said that it was a town and people were living there. I think they were just old hippies that never left. Probably followed the Grateful Dead there years ago. And you're just going to drive by the creepy town anyway. It's definitely a worthwhile drive. Okay, well, that's not exactly what I was hoping for, but it worked. What else can I tell you guys about? I don't know. I'll just get quiet. I watched a girl's video the other day where she didn't say 2 words except at the very beginning. Like, there was no music. She didn't speak. Like, this is boring. All right. Valerie says, I have a friend whose daughter lives in that tent town. No way. Valerie, are you lying to me? She says it's safe and welcoming. Wow. No way. That's amazing. Tent Town is like that group of people that were kicked out of Quincy and moved by Lake Davis. I don't know about them, but I want to know about them. I'm going to have to do some investigating. All right, let's bring the camera up a bit here. All right, so we're going to glue this. No, we're not. Hold tight. Do I have fall colors in this? Oh, maybe these greens? Yeah. Valerie says she's lived there for years. Wow, that's cool. I'm going for these browns and greens. Just getting some color on the page. And one of my hairs. I'm off the page. Wow, that's amazing. I'm still blown away by that. Palma says, hi, we will be going near Lake Davis. How is everyone doing today? Hi, Palma. I'm doing good. How about you? Well, I think that's plenty of color. Now I have to blow dry all this. I don't know where Lake Davis is, Palma. It's a heat tool, Lindsay. It's not a blow dryer. It's a blow dryer when it's in a hotel room. All right, so here's another thing that I've learned about myself. I'm just going to share all of this information today. Oh, Bev was traveling like me. She says it feels good to be home. Yep. So hotels are very expensive these days, if you want my personal opinion. And frankly, my dear Scarlett, I'm tired of paying for a hotel. So I have made a decision. I told my husband I am getting rid of our trailer. Yay! And I am buying the van of my dreams that I've been wanting for a long time. So I think first I got to sell the trailer because I'm going to need a large down payment for the van. But I am tired of sleeping in a bed where it feels like the sheets haven't been washed in days. I'm tired of the way they have new hotel rooms that have wooden floors or like linoleum floors. You know what I mean? Because they allow pets now in hotels. They just feel dirty. And Lake Davis is past Gray Eagle. Oh, anyway, I just feel like I don't want to stay in another hotel. I just don't. unless I have $500 to spend. But we spent $140 on this hotel room, and that's what all the hotel rooms in the area were charging, you know? So I felt like that was a good deal. I thought, well, this is a good price for a hotel. All the rest of them are 140, and it was called a boutique hotel. So I'm like, well, that's got to be cute. It was not. It was not. It wasn't horrible, but I just didn't feel comfortable. You know what I mean? I think we're going to leave it at that. I just wanted a few little patterns on there. Lisa says $140 is nothing. I know, but this was a little teeny tiny town where there weren't a lot of options. There was, however, an Indian casino that was brand new. I wrote it down in case I go back with my husband in March for the other race and I don't have a van by then. But anyway, it is not a treat anymore to go to a hotel. Yeah, I should have chose the Best Western, Carmen. There was a Best Western, but I foolishly went for the boutique hotel. Lisa says I bring my own disinfectant. And Valerie says I bring my own sheets and blankets. I did bring my own pillow because I'm done with bad pillows. Yeah, it's very frustrating where you think, I'm going to get away. And the difference this time was I was looking forward to spending time in the hotel and just working. So I did bring my own blanket in from the car. I did have my own pillows. I did not have my own sheets, however. All right, so there's that. I might want that on that side. No, that's going to go on that side. Yeah, I will be staying at Best Westerns from now on. I think my mom and dad used to stay at Best Westerns all the time. What was the hotel where the guy would have the commercial back in the day? And it sounded like such fun to stay there. And he would say, we'll leave the light on for you. Somebody will know the answer to that. I brought my burnishing tool with me and it fell out somewhere in my car. So I had to use a non-personalized one. Motel 6, we'll leave the light on for you. Thanks, Terry. Sandy says, I bring sheets. Wait, what? I bring sheets and blankets no matter where I go. Even when I stay at my sister's, I sleep on top of the bed with my stuff. I never get in anyone's bed. Huh. Thanks, Charlene. I like my new lettering style also. I don't know if it's my lettering style, but I do like it. All right, now we're just going to play. You know why? Because I can. I didn't even know what I was going to do until a second ago. I've been really into leaves. Well, I mean, it is leaf season. I hope I'm in the camera. Who brings their own towels too? Valerie? Man, I guess I'm not as weird as I thought I was. I used to travel for the scrapbooking community because I would go to the scrapbook expos every week, Thursday through Sunday. We would leave on a Thursday. We would come home on a Sunday because the scrapbooking community didn't have the expos on the Sundays because they were Mormon based, basically. And so I loved staying in hotels. I loved getting room service. I loved everything about it. The only thing I didn't really like was the airplane traveling. I didn't like I freak out going to the airports and I have to get there like 4 hours in advance. Now I'd probably get there 6 hours in advance. And I told my husband, we probably can't travel overseas ever because we take too much stuff. My car was loaded with stuff. We have so much we travel with. And then we buy things. We're shoppers. We go to fruit stands on the side of the road. That's our favorite. That's going to be pretty. Just playing. But he took all his, uh-oh. I just ripped the paper. It wasn't quite dry there. He took all his slot car stuff. I took like 4 bags worth of craft supplies and art supplies to work on. Hold on. Valerie says, I'm a Marriott girl now, but I still bring my own bedding and towels. My daughter got us a room at the Hyatt Hotel where she works for her birthday party, so we don't have to drive home. But it's free. And I'm excited about the Hyatt. I've stayed in a couple of Hyatts with her because she gets to stay for free. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I didn't even get dressed for 2 days straight. I just stayed in the hotel. But I brought tons of clothes. And then I bought clothes. I bought a pair of leggings, a really super cute shirt, and another super cute shirt that cost me way more than I should have paid. Denise says, be safe, people who are in the path of storms coming. Please keep Tracy Weinzapfel in your prayers as she is traveling. I just told my husband her story yesterday. How proud of her I am for selling her house here in comfortable California, leaving her friends, driving straight to, well, she didn't drive straight. She stayed at families' houses and stuff. But driving to North Carolina by herself, what an impressive girl. I can't remember why she moved. Does anybody remember? All right, so I think I'm going to leave it at that for here. I'm going to grab another one. I'm going to grab what I have in here. That's not the color I want. I don't remember which color I used. I follow Tracy also. She is how I started painting. Her parents live back east. Is that why she's moving? Good girl. Oh my gosh, you guys. I told you my brother-in-law got his results back for his thyroid cancer, right? And it was the size of a small BB, if not smaller. Well, when we left their house last week, because we stayed at their retirement home that they're moving into next month, we stayed there overnight while we were on the east side of the Sierras. I bought a pad of Post-it notes and I plastered their house in Post-it note snarky comments. Like we had sex here and I put it in the refrigerator, stuff like that, you know, snarky comments. And Brent rearranged all their pictures and their pillows and their decor. We found Christmas decor and we put it out. They're heading to their house today. We're so excited that they're going to find this house like crazy. We're so excited. I put notes on the mirror like, you are beautiful, you are smart, you is smart, you is beautiful, you is important. We put notes in the dog food. We put notes inside the washer and the dryer. And we're so excited. My husband was talking to him last night and he goes, yeah, they gave me my retirement party this week. I got a plaque. And even though I'm all healed, I don't have to go back to work. I'm done. My last day is October 28th or something like that. No, September 28th. And he said, I don't have to go back to work because the doctor wrote me a note. So they're going up today to figure out logistics of moving, I guess, in 2 weeks. Does anybody else like to just do this? Just play and not have a rhyme or a reason to it? I really am having fun doing this kind of stuff lately. It's just kind of freeing, you know? It's like I don't have to teach you how to draw something. You can just throw some paint down on the paper and go from there. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I did start painting this the other day with Atticus. And I'm going to write a quote on the back and give it back to him, I think. Isn't it fun? I got it at Target for $5. You got two of them for $5. And Atticus painted one, and I painted one, and my husband painted one. He's coming over on Saturday. I'm really excited. No, Friday. Friday? Friday. Oh, today is book club. We're finishing up our book club from last week. So if anybody's in book club, today's the day. Oh, Palma, did you finish that book for your son? Oh, there's a bug flying around, a little gnat. My brother-in-law yelled at my husband last night, and I loved every minute of it because my husband decided to go back to work today for a guy that he does not like working for, and the guy is mean to my husband. Oh, that's not going to show up. He's a neighbor, and none of us like him, and he belittles my husband. Like if my husband says, we need to use a hammer to pound that nail in, this guy would say, nope, we're going to use a saw. But he wouldn't say it that way. He would say it mean. I've heard him before. So my husband's going back to work for him for a week. And it's really bothered me because this guy is so mean to my husband. I think he's jealous because my husband is a much better carpenter than he is. And my husband, when he worked for him full time, he would come home and be mean to me. He would treat me the same way that that guy treated him. And I said, you can't ever go back to work for him, ever, because he's mean to you. And then you come home and you take it out on me. So if you go back to work for him, you can find somebody else to come home to. He's working for him because they're trading work. We need a concrete pad poured, and this guy has a big, I don't know what it is, something that'll smooth it out and dig the hole and stuff. So that's why it's a trade thing. And because my husband misses working, he likes to work. And there's certain jobs he just can't do anymore because of his broken neck. So this is a job that he can go and do. It's just a supervisory job. And he doesn't pay him, and my husband doesn't pay the guy to come help him, and I guess he's going to come help. I don't know. It never seems to be reciprocated, that kind of person that says, I'll come help, and then it doesn't seem to ever happen. Oh yeah, I trust him to do a good job. He'll do a good job. Home. Oh, home. Home is wherever you are. Cute, huh? Is this cute or what? Not sure about any of those stripes. But it's okay. We'll add some polka dots in here. It'll look just fine. Oh. I learned this trick on Instagram the other day, where if your Posca pen is not doing so good, you put the cap on it and you shake it. You don't have to push down on the tip. It's kind of cool, right? I mean, until it stops working altogether, but all right, I think. Yes, I'm home. Yes, I did go to Avenue of the Giants. Did you get out of your car and walk through the trees? Oh my gosh, yes. The smell was so good, Palma. I bought at a little roadside stand some redwood spray scent on our way up, because at the last place that we stayed over on the east side of the Sierras, the smell from the mildew in the house was so bad I bought this spray. But I didn't need to use it. It's kind of fun. Oh yeah, the soft ground was amazing. And I wanted to pick up 30 of the little, they look like little fern leaves, the leaves from the redwood tree. I wanted to pick up 30 of them to use for the retreat next year, but I did not. I did pick up 3 of them to use for me. I should have put them in this book. All right, so I think I'm going to do some white. Gosh, I'm going to need to buy a new white pen soon, I think. Going with little white dots in the lettering. This started out looking like a big blob of nothing, right? It is kind of fun when that happens and then it turns into something that you kind of like. Oh, Brent took that picture of me, Denise. It was such a pretty picture. I don't like most pictures of me. But I did like that one. He did a good job. He won't let me take pictures of him right now. And we were at the store to use their restroom that had a big Sasquatch out front, because Sasquatch is like the thing in the redwoods. And there was this man and this woman. He was taking a picture of her, and I always offer. And I said, do you want me to take a picture of both of you guys together? And he goes, oh, no. He goes, I don't like pictures of myself. I'm like, okay. Can I introduce you to my husband? And then he goes, do you want to get in there with her? And I'm like, no, I don't even know you people. All right. I think I'm done. Just need the lid to this box. And I need to decide if I want any gold. Just a tiny bit. I'm going to go over this lettering with the gold. You won't be able to see it probably. It's really sad that you can't see metallics over the... can you see that? A little bit? We'll add just a little gold over here. I like it because it's like a hint. You don't see much. Whereas the ColourPop greens, those are really heavy duty color. But you can see just a little sparkle there, right? There it is. Okay. That's it. Now I am done. Let's hold it up. So there's that. It's backed on a orange card with watercolor, colored pencil, Posca pen, and then the gold, shimmery, sparkly, if you can see it. And then over here, I used more pen and pencil and Sparkle Pop pen and Posca pen. And that is it for me for today. What's tomorrow? Oh, sweater weather. Oh, I get to draw a girl. I get to draw a girl. All right, kids, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to get some breakfast and be back at 10 o'clock over in the... oh my gosh, and it's 9 o'clock exactly. Could I have planned that any better? No. I'm going to be in the I'm going to be in the book club group, and we're going to work on our projects with our papers that we made. All right. So have a really good day, you guys. I'll see you later. I love you. I'll take a picture of this, and hopefully you guys played along with me and had some fun because it was fun. All right. Okay. Bye. Bye-bye. Love you.